Hi, everybody. Welcome to another live with FitNCalm. And this Sunday, we are bringing you another aspect for health, especially considering the pandemic that is going on. So, we wanted to do this from a long time, and we wanted to do it with Dr. Surya because her suggestions for diet and food have helped us and have helped like loads and loads of people to get better, from be it from COVID, be it from other lifestyle diseases. So if you don't know me, my name is Kushpinder, and Fit and Calm is a platform for us to bring in good health through yoga and through alternative things which are like not modern medicine, which can just help you to keep yourself healthy along the way. And today we have Dr. Surya here with us. Hi, Dr. Surya.
Hi.
Dr. Surya is a postgraduate in naturopathy. She was the former head at the Department of Naturopathy at Sri Sri Ayurveda Hospital, Bangalore. And she's really passionate about bringing awareness in the society with regards to overall dimension of healthy living. And her practices are so holistic. I've personally been using them. She also practices a lot of other things like Meru Chikitsa, Vermology, Marma, and I believe she's got the hands of God. She has a gift for healing. From the time I've known her, I've learned so much from her, and Tejasvi and I are both so glad that she's been coming and taking so many sessions here on Fit and Calm. Thank you, Didi, and a very, very warm welcome. And we look forward to, how people can deal with this going pandemic through the help of diet and lifestyle. And everyone on YouTube, a very warm hello to you as well. A very warm welcome to Fit and Calm. And you can leave where you're joining from, your name. You can say a hello to us here. Dr. Surya, very warm welcome to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me here. Okay, so
So,
it's nice to be back.
yeah. Didi, there are couple of things. We have questions as well. I think that we'll take up. But before we begin, there are, I think, mainly three aspects that, I would personally like to see because a lot of people ask in those aspects. One is a person who's not COVID affected, how they can help, what kind of diet they can keep so that they can keep their body healthy. Second is people who are affected by COVID and they are going through, they are feeling that lethargy and they are recovering from that. That's the third category, which is post COVID. So how do they go about their diet and lifestyle? So if these three things you can tell us to begin with, then we'll take up the questions.
Sure. See, let's begin, by understanding what exactly the symptoms are. See, the whole pandemic is new to all of us, right? And people are the scientists and the doctors and who are working on the different areas of this are coming up with information for all of us. So just let's understand a few things about it. Like what are the symptoms that we face? What we see in people who have been affected by COVID? What are the symptoms we see? Probably that it starts with a slight body ache and you don't feel comfortable, you feel tired maybe and feel like resting, fever, sore throat, maybe there's a runny nose, there may be diarrhea, there may not be diarrhea, there is a loss of smell and taste, there is a slight cough, and some people may have, a shortness of breath, there could be fatigue, there could be vomiting or nausea, there could be a loss of appetite, there could be pains, joint pains, and stuff like that. Now, when you look at all the symptoms that we see, is it any different from any flu that anybody catches? It's almost similar, right? So that is why we don't understand what is happening, what is not happening, what should I do? And suddenly the pandemic is here and we are thinking, yes, are symptoms, all these symptoms have come to me. Now what should I do? Have I got it or not? So if you look at most of the symptoms, they are very common. So there is nothing to panic over there. But what happens to the mind, isn't it? but you look at the seriousness of certain symptoms. If these symptoms exist, then of course we need a little more attention with it, which would be a fever which goes more than, let's say, 100.4. We just need to look at it. Doesn't mean you have to run to the hospital. If there is a shortness of breath, or there is a diarrhea that is, um, recurring, and then there are headaches which are not manageable in the normal way. So these are some of the few things. If there's a shortness of breath, these are all not common to a flu, whereas the others are very common to a flu. Okay, so when there is, when will you think it is serious? You look at it in a is serious when there is trouble breathing, or there is a constant kind of a pain or a feeling of pressure in the chest, and then there is an inability for the person to stay awake, or there is a bluishness in the lips or on the face, or then there is a sudden confusion when whatever you're talking is not registering or something is happening. Then these are some things when you consider it serious, and that person needs to go get oneself evaluated in the hands of a doctor and go. But when these common symptoms like fever or a sore throat or a runny nose, loss of smell and taste, all these things arise, what is happening to the mind? We need to observe that. The minute you get these symptoms, suddenly there is fear, there is anxiety, then there is, a panic attack. What if? What will happen? That kind of a thing. So when all these things attack, it's like adding fuel to the fire. Whether you have a flu, a common flu, or COVID, it doesn't matter. It's the mind which feeds and makes a tiny mustard a huge mountain. So first thing we need to do is calm down, rest and relax. When you are rested and relaxed, you are not stressed. Then what happens? The parasympathetic system, nervous system takes over. And the right things will follow. The body's defense mechanism starts coming in, and it takes care of many things in the system. You start feeling, what shall I say? You can relax and rest and think. So, what is the best action that we are seeing now? The two actions that can happen. One is preventive, and the other one is combative. So, abhi kya chal raha? What is happening right now? People are going for the combative, isn't it? The minute is that, chalo, we need to fight it out, we need to do these things, okay? Follow the principle, kill the germs, cure the disease, and wait till the disease matures, and then, take in the form of medication and drugs and whatever it may be, that injections and antibiotics, whatever, all these things we need to do, fight the germs, and we should be fight the germs with the germs, and or products that are created from the germs and the disease and the poison with the poison and clear it. Now, in this, what is happening? So much of stress builds up. Your immune system becomes kind of stressed. And when it is stressed, it will not work as efficiently as it should be working in the first place. So, what is a preventive measure that we can do? Don't wait till the whole thing becomes a huge, full blown problem. So once the symptom starts appearing, focus on prevention. See, everybody falls sick. It's acceptable. Flu once in a while that comes. It's okay. But it should be once in a while, not every time. Every time there is a change in season and you're falling sick, understand that something is different about your body. What is it? That we'll talk about. Okay. So let's focus on prevention, supporting the body to do its job by creating the time and the space for it to recover. So here, what is happening? When you're focusing on prevention, then or combative, what will happen? What is the survival of the fittest that happens here? Which method do you think is better? Preventive, isn't it? Right. Okay. So if you understand what's happening to the body, I'm not talking about the anything, whether it's COVID or any disease. Let's just look at it. Nature and its cleaning efforts include, that my diet should be something very natural. A naturalistic diet includes periodic fasting, or using the five panchamahabhutas to take in nourishment, to keep myself nourished well, as well as to cleanse my body, everything. And it also should involve the mind, the mental therapeutics. That is also a very essential part. If I am not sick, but I think I am sick, no matter what I do, even if I get sick, it's going to be very difficult for me to come out. But if I have a strong mind that says, "Jo bhi hoga," whatever happens, I will be able to manage. The mind is strong. Then what happens? Even if you are down with something not so good, you will come out of it fast. So mind matters. So what does naturopathy deal with? The five principles of naturopathy that we believe in is do no harm. So no non-invasive, we use non-invasive techniques and the least toxic approach to help the body come out of its problems. The healing power of nature is taken care of, used. So the inherent ability of the body to heal itself is supported. Then identify and treat the cause of the problem. If you're looking at all the symptoms like fever and loss of appetite, diarrhea, and you're treating them, I have I have a cough. Why did you get the cough in the first place? Why did the fever occur in the first place? That root cause is not addressed. So in naturopathy, we look at and treat the cause. And the doctor becomes like a teacher, educates you so that you recognize what your body is going through. You are empowered and you take the responsibility for your healing, which is the way it should be. Then treats, then nature cure also treats you holistically. Overall health focus is taken. Okay, I'm having this, so I'm going to focus only on the lungs, I'm going to focus only on the headache or the runny nose and this. No, that's not how they've it's taken care of. It takes care of prevention in the whole, and sorry, treatment of the person in the whole individual. Okay, and prevention, of course. So it's focusing on overall health and wellness and prevention of disease. So what we need to know is the mind. What does the mind do? Nature cure will give you simple cures, simple techniques, but we are so caught up. This nature of the mind is such that it's so caught up in something that is more complicated, something that is mysterious. If you get chota mota, the small remedies and all, what is it going to do? I don't think it'll work. I'd rather go for something more elaborate and something more thing. This is the nature of the mind. I'm not saying it is wrong, but I'm just saying that it is a long drawn process. You need to look treatment and cure, and taking care of your body is very simple because body is a divine gift. It is made by God or nature. So it has the innate ability and intelligence to heal itself. You should believe in that capability. So in nature cure, you will use different aspects like plenty of fresh air and exercise, clean drinking water, eating a proper diet that suits your body type, ample rest, and of course, mind management, which should be effective as well as efficient, plenty of sunshine. Now, if you look at the animals in the wild, what do they do? Do they also focus on find out, oh, I'll go test, do I have this or not? And then what do I need to do? And if they are sick, what do? They stop eating, they rest, or they be with themselves, they separate themselves and take care of themselves till they recover. This is what you might find also on with wild animals, which you can see. I have seen them on Discovery Channel, and always they have been something fascinating. Even the pets that you might keep at home, whether it's a dog or a cat, you can see them. Either they are eating grass and then they don't eat any food that you may provide them. They fast till they get better. They might go eat something, vomit up something, come back, and then they're feeling fine. They know all these things, they know. But Our body also knows, but we have stopped recognizing these signs, and we give the health or the responsibility of our health in the hands of somebody else and say, now you take care of me. So, this is not what we should do. So if you look at health and disease, what actually defines health? Where you are, your energy is high, you are enthusiastic, you're creative and productive, there is clarity in your thinking, you are active and about, there is harmony in life with everything around you, you have a positive mindset, and you're also able to think about others in your life in a positive way and contribute towards their growth. And which would, and what would you call as a disease? Whatever is opposite of this. You don't have energy, you have too much of anxiety, worry, tension, stress, panic, and then what? Lack of creativity. You're not able to finish a project. There is no drive. There is no enthusiasm. And all these would come as, diseases, a part of disease. It doesn't matter what, but all diseases almost fall under this category. So, what are the natural? What does, what can I say? When these disease symptoms come into us, why do they come? What is the reason behind me catching COVID or flu or any other disease? It's not the germs. If you say it is because of the germs that they come and they are the reason why I'm sick, then it's not right. If you look at a healthy person also has germs. Then why is that person healthy and somebody else unhealthy, not feeling well? What you should say is, what am I feeding the germs? Whichever soil is fertile, that is where the crops will grow better. So now, if the germs have to thrive in my body, I have that kind of a situation in my body which has toxins and matters that are morbid, which facilitate and support the growth of microorganisms which are not healthy. But if I feed the good ones, I'm not saying the bad ones will go away. The bad ones will still be there, but the colony will be little small, whereas the good ones will proliferate and give me health. That is what we want. How? Where do germs grow? Our body actually is made up of millions of germs. We are alive today because of germs. If germs are not there, your food will not get digested. Your immune system will not work. Every time I open my mouth or I'm breathing in, I'm putting in so many germs in and out. That is going to happen. Somebody touches me or I touch a surface which has germs. You just can't avoid it. So what do I need to do? Make my inside strong so that even when these come and invade, I have the capacity to manage it well without falling sick. So what are the natural methods that I can use? Listening to the nature by regulating the eating, drinking, breathing, working, whatever I'm doing, resting, thinking, normal patterns, all these activities I need to regulate and return back to nature. But today, what do we have? We have a to-do list with thousands of things, and we put enough stress and say, I have to finish all these things by tonight. Otherwise, the sky will fall on my head. So what is that putting? I am living in a stressful environment by putting all these conditions and stress upon myself. We were not made to handle stress in that way, but we are doing it. The elementary remedies that we can use from nature, such as water, air, sunlight, food from this earth, space, all these are important. Going out and basking in the sun is very essential to prevent not only COVID, all kinds of things, but do we ever go out and enjoy the sunshine? Now that we are especially locked in, we are even more not going out. So it's so essential to expose our bodies to sunlight. Vitamin D is one of the components that helps prevent COVID and also helps you recover faster from COVID. It's so important to breathe in fresh air. Breathe in. Make sure that we are able to do these things. And movement. We have to move. I know we are all locked up in the house and going through this lockdown. It's very important that we move around, do some form of movement and exercise so that you break into a light sweat. I'm not saying you have to go to the gym and sweat it out like a heavy sweat. No. Somewhere where you break into a light sweat. So some kind of activity, some movement every single day is important. And then take corrective measures if there is necessity that needs, whether it is an enema or it is a sunbathing, whether it's or yoga or even doing, acupressure and things like that are very important to help rejuvenate and kickstart the symptom to the body to take care of itself. So, like I said, the germ theory states that the disease is because of the germs. But in nature cure, we have a different view. We say that whatever you feed will grow. So if there is waste and morbid matter in the system, then good things will not go. It's like your dustbin. I forgot to empty my dustbin today. How will it be tomorrow? Versus how will it be a week later? And how will it be a month later? How will it be years later? We know the difference, correct? So what do I need to do? Keep my system clean. Keep my system clean. And when I say system clean, how many meals in a day do we take? Don't we take 2-3 meals? Yes. So how many times do we poop? Most of the time, maybe once. Most of the people, only once. But have you seen a small baby that is nursing on mother's milk? Every time it feeds, there is a potty. Yes or no? See how clean the system is. That is the way we are made. It's not that I should go only once and that is normal. No. Make sure that you go at least 2 to 3 times in a day, depending on the meal you eat. Then your system is clean. If you're not going that many times, please understand where that morbid matter is sitting and what is it inviting. Where will I have aches and pains? And what will happen to my system? And this gets accumulated over the days and weeks and months and years. Then what happens? You may not feel anything initially. Down the road, something will show up in some form. Whether it is corona, whether it is rheumatoid arthritis, whether it is a flu, or whether it is chicken pox, whatever it may be, it does show up. So, besides body cleansing, internal cleansing is also important. And keeping the mind also calm is important. Movement of the body is important. Fresh air, sunlight, yoga, exercise, meditation, clear diet, all these are essential. So suddenly when the pandemic comes and I say, okay, I need to eat, this to keep myself free from corona, suddenly things don't happen. If you're planning for a house that you want to invest in or a holiday that you want to go out, you start planning for it way ahead of time. You start putting in the money, you start looking at which places to go or how much money to put in the bank, what to do. All these plans go in before. So if I want to be disease free and free from corona, it's not something that I do now so that I'm free from corona. I need to prepare myself. It's an ongoing process. It's an ongoing process. So I can't suddenly say, okay, I'm going to eat moringa, I'm going to eat lemons, I'm going to eat whatever, vitamin C, lemons, and this, and then I'll be free from corona. I'm going to eat turmeric tablets, I'm going to eat herbs and spices to keep myself free from corona. You are adding extra stress to the body. Does your body actually need these things? We have to look at. You may be getting enough from other sources, but adding extra because you think it is important, that is not the way the body thinks. That is not the way the body thinks. What do I need to do? I need to look at preparing my body for that fight or that taking care of my body in such a way that I don't fall sick. It's not a 1 week, 1 day, or a few months thing. You have to look at it from the beginning. Take care of it as though it is a perfect instrument and I want to keep it perfect so that I don't fall sick. And when I fall sick also, whether it is an accident or whether it is some disaster or something like this, my recovery is also very fast because I have taken the right steps. There is no morbid matter in my body. I am nourished properly. I have a storehouse of essential nourishment and nutrients. My immune system is fine because I'm not stressed or I manage stress very efficiently. I can take care of my body. This is the way to go, how to keep up my natural immunity and take care of it. So now what do I do? Now that, so this is the best way to take care of you before you get a before any kind of pandemic hits you or any kind of disease hits you. Now, if you are already exposed and you have started getting, so just look at the symptoms that you face. What is the first symptom that you would face? Lack of energy. So when I'm beginning to feel that lack of energy, what should I be doing? Should I add more things to my to-do list and finish that? Or listen to the body? No, I'm not feeling good, yeah, but I have so much to do. Let me go grab that coffee and take some more caffeine and stuff. This is what we do. Override the symptoms of the body because I have so many things and tasks before I drop. I need to finish. This is not what you should be doing. Let's take the next step. You get fever. Now, when you get the fever and it is 100.4, what will happen? What will happen? Why is there a panic? Oh, I have 98. I have a fever. And somebody I know took paracetamol for a whole 2 weeks because the temperature was 99. I said, what is 99 going to do? Is it going to kill you? Why are you taking paracetamol for every single day? I don't know. I thought it was a fever. Now, what are you doing? You're suppressing the symptom of a fever. Now, fever is very good. If you have fever, please be happy that your immune system is working. It is doing the job it is supposed to do. If there is a robber who's entering your house, what will you do? You leave the door open and say, I'm going to hide? Or what are you going to do? You're going to pick up something that is close to you and start fighting, isn't it? And in the process, what will happen? Tempers will rise, your Josh will rise, your adrenal will rise, and you'll fight. What is the body doing with a fever? It is raising the temperature to kill the outsiders that are entering the body. Do not take a tablet and suppress it. Support it. Just support it. And when you are fighting an infection in the body, there is no hunger. And most people will say, my child didn't eat anything the whole day. He's not eating. What will happen to him? Tell me, if there is a snake in your room, will you and I be talking like this? What will we do? Will I be thinking, what am I going to do? Shall I go and make this for my cook? Go to the kitchen and cook like this? Or my child likes these things, I will do these things for my child. My focus will be on the snake in the room. How do I get it out? I'm not going to think about which diaper needs to be changed or what needs to be cooked for dinner or which cereal is coming after what or what phone calls I need to make. No. So focus. See, if you're having a fever, automatically your appetite will come down. Your body will say, I need all the energy to fight the enemy. I don't want the energy to go to digestion. I don't want it to go anywhere else. So it is a natural process. Support the body. Don't feed the baby at that time. My child didn't eat anything or I didn't eat anything. Don't feed yourself. But definitely hydrate yourself because temperature does make you sweat. So hydrate yourself. And what will you hydrate yourself with? You can have all kinds of things like fruit juices, fruits, whatever you feel like, lemon, citrus. These are all fine. Hydrate. If nothing, please have some water. Keep sipping. But when you drink that, don't drink hot water. Don't drink hot. Don't drink any of those warm stuff. Regular room temperature. Put it in your mouth, mix well with the saliva so that it becomes the temperature of your body, and then swallow. Keep hydrating. So where do you feel thirsty? Here. It's not filling your stomach with that liquid. Okay. So sip, slowly, slowly sip, and you will find that you feel much better when you just do that. And only when you are hungry, eat. If you are hungry, then eat. Not because the clock is saying, oh, it is 1 o'clock, oh, it's 6 o'clock, I need to have my dinner or my lunch. No, that's not what you need to do. You need to look at it and say, okay, I'm hungry now. Then I'll take. The minute you feel, no, I've taken 4 bites, I don't feel like eating anymore, rest. Your body needs only that. You need to attend to what your body is telling you. And then if there is body pain or something, rest. And if you find something like tightness or you're not able to breathe properly, lie down on your stomach. Put a pillow on your chest or on your abdomen so that this abdomen part is a little free where you can breathe in and out. You'll find that you're feeling much better. And if you feel you can't sleep like that, keeping a water bottle with regular room temperature on your chest, you will find that things start getting better. You start feeling breathing is better, your discomfort is better. You'll be able to rest. This you need to do. If you have a headache, what does it mean? I need to close my eyes. My body is doing something. Do some deep breathing, do some pranayama, and you will find the headache is gone. Support your body. If there is cough, I don't need to run and get a cough syrup. What is a cough telling you? This is your first line of defense. So what is this cough telling you? I need to throw out something. I'm not having enough energy to throw out what I want. So how do I give that instant energy? Maybe a spoonful of honey, chew on a few raisins, and you will find that you have much energy to finish your cough and clear it. You're not constantly coughing and suppressing the symptom with a cough syrup. Some wet packs. Fast. If you feel that you don't want to eat anything, you don't have an appetite, fast. It's perfectly all right. The body does a better job of fighting infection, especially when you're fasting. If you feel, no, I can't fast, water, just plain water is enough. Like I said, mix it well with the saliva and sip it in. That takes good care of your system. Okay. What else? Enemas also work. If you find that the temperature is going a little uncomfortable, sponge yourself. That is fine. Okay. Enemas also. You can give yourself a small enema with about 200 ml of water, and you will find many things cleanse out from your system. You start feeling the toxins come out. That is a natural way for the toxins to come out. So help support your system. Sit in the sun, cover your head with a wet towel or something, and sit in the sun. Get some sunshine. You suddenly find your mood is also lifting. You are feeling even better. And the defense mechanism also comes. You also start to relax. You will feel that difference. These are some things you can do. And like I said, for the diet, go with something very easy. We have this very wrong concept in India that eating raw food is very bad. But I tell you, raw food is the only food which has all the enzymes in it that the food can digest. So if I'm just coming out of a fast, I'm feeling little better, but I'm feeling extremely tired. Will I have energy to eat that khichdi? Tell me. If I'm coming out of a fever or I'm beginning to feel hungry after my infection and just recovering on the road to recovery, what is the first thing that I do? Oh, easy to digest food. Khichdi khila do. Give that khichdi. But I'm telling you, your body doesn't have energy for you to walk around, for you to do the daily tasks that you do. And will it have the energy to digest the khichdi that you're eating? You need to go something even more simpler. What I was on fruits and fruit juices. So can I continue with fruits? Fruits give me energy. Can I have some fruit with a little honey or a smoothie, a fruit smoothie, something like this? that gives me instant energy, and at the same time, it is easy. Fruits are pre-digested. So it's very essential to increase your fruit intake. Pineapple is great. It works wonders. Have pineapple or a pineapple smoothie and you'll find that you're feeling much better. Okay. Next, what is the next thing that I can eat? I can go in for a bowl of salad or a veg smoothie. These are some things which are easy on my body and gives me a burst of energy instead of having that bowl of rice and dal and vegetables which are cooked. This is hard on my system to digest. Go easy on fruit. If you want, you can even steam your fruits. Steam your apple, steam your pear, and have that. You will find that it will be much easier on your system and to recover. It gives you that energy, and the body also is not wasting its energy digesting food. It is working towards building and repairing and how to recover from this disease. Okay. And next thing what you can do is as your energy builds up, make sure that you continue to have your raw with a little bit of cooked. And then slowly you can change the proportion. But make sure that raw is an integral part of your diet every single meal. It will help the other cooked food also to digest. That is important. And make sure your system is clean. So even if you are okay or you're recovering, make sure your bowel movements are regular. Keep your skin clean. If your skin is clean, there is a clean sweat that is produced. The largest organ in our body keeps cleansing. That is important. Then keep your lungs clean. How? By doing your pranayam, doing some form of exercise, some deep breathing. These are all very essential to keep the system, the lungs also clean. You can also do other processes like jalneti, cleaning up the sinuses. These all will help you recover faster. Most important, do not panic. Do not get that into that phobia of fear. What will happen? Only the best will happen. Have that trust and faith, and things will move in the right direction. I hope I've addressed everything, or three of your questions, I think.
Yes, Didi, you did it like all in one shot only.
I can't hear you.
Sorry. I said we have so many questions today. We've like received a lot
Okay.
of questions.
Okay.
So I was thinking we can do a very short, probably meditation, like, probably some 5-10 minutes of breathing if you could make us do, and then we'll take up the questions. Have a little bit more time today for questions if possible.
You
Because I
can.
think
I would
everyone
like to point out that Art of Living Foundation has come up with this three beautiful programs. It's free of cost, of course, and it spans for half an hour over 3 days. You can register for all of them, or whatever suits you. One is for people who are COVID negative, who have not been exposed to the COVID and don't want to be. So we have breathing patterns and asanas that we teach them to prevent the disease. The second one is those who are in home quarantine, who have mild symptoms and or maybe asymptomatic also, but isolated. So how to take care of them and their lungs and their body. So that is also another program we have. And also there's another program for people who are just recovered from COVID and just getting back into the mainstream, but still not there. So all these three programs are there for people. So Art of Living has come up. You can go on to the website artofliving.org and register for it, looking at the time, not any time that suits you. And there is a wellness program also that I will be conducting on starting Wednesday. So on wellness, we talk about how you can be in charge of your health. What are the symptoms that you need to recognize in your body? How to identify, how to overcome and understand your blood reports, and how to take different aspects of your body, whether it's diet, whether it's sleep, whether uh, different aspects of your body, in one for women. focused on women centric, and one is on the general public. How to take care of yourself and you take responsibility for your health so that you don't have to visit the doctor that often. So the wellness program is also on, right? So
If you can give us the details, we'll also add it in the description in a few hours. So anyone who wants to check out, they can go and register for the wellness program as well.
right, okay.
And if you're taking the other ones, you let us know. So I think we'll add. So anyone who's watching can check it out after a few hours. We'll add the links in the description.
And there are many people all over also taking this. So whatever time, depending on which zone you are, whether you're in the uh, east, west zone or the east, wherever you are in the world, you can go onto the website and look for those programs that suit you and register for them and start your practices so that it's only 30 minutes over 3 days, and you can repeat it as many times as you want. It's free, and you feel that kavach kind of a thing, right? You feel that you have that
Yeah.
protection, and it's very nice and efficient. I've had quite a few people come out and tell me that that, and then they come back and repeat and say we just felt like repeating it again, so they'll come back and repeat whatever works for you, right?
Can we do a little bit of breathing and meditation, Didi? Can you guide us into a short
A short meditation,
breathing and meditation?
breathing,
Yeah.
okay.
So before the questions, I think we can just do a little bit of at least some breathing. Maybe we can do Brahmari or something today.
Fine, okay. So I'm going to open my glasses. I won't be able to see you. So let's, Brahmari is actually one of those good things, and straw pranayam also is one of those excellent techniques that you can use. Okay, maybe we'll do the straw pranayam first. So inhale through the nose, and you have to exhale through the mouth, keeping your tongue like this in a U shape. Okay, so keep your eyes closed. Now, keep your eyes closed and focus on breathing in. First thing, before we start any pranayam, make sure that your spine is erect. If your spine is not erect, then breathing becomes a difficulty. If your diaphragm is what shall I say, doesn't have space to move, then it's a problem. So make sure that your spine is erect. If you need support, support yourself at the back of your chair or sofa so that it is nice and erect, and relax your body. Take a nice long deep breath in and gently breathe out. Now breathe in through the nose. Nice long deep breath in. Imagine that you have a straw in your mouth and you're going to blow the candle flame in front of you. So breathe in and breathe out through the mouth. Take your own time to breathe out. Make it very small and release it very slowly. After completing this round, you need to relax. Now let's do the Brahmari. When we do the Brahmari pranayama, you can keep your fingers. One is under the legs, The other one is just under your nostrils. Near your eyes, and this goes into your thumbs. Okay, so if you remove your and press that little protection, you should feel the sound. Okay, we're going to hum like these by keeping our fingers on our face and this on our ears. Breathe in, breathe out with a sound, and use your thumbs to gently press your ears in and out. And relax. Keep your eyes closed. Observe the vibrations in your body. Take a nice long deep breath in and gently breathe out. Become aware of your whole body. Become aware of your right toe, the top of your foot, the right foot, and ankle. Become aware of the calf muscles all the way up to the knee. The right knee and thigh. Become aware of the whole of your right leg. Become aware of your left foot, left ankle, left calf and knee, left thigh and hip. Become aware of the whole of your left leg. Become aware of your genitals, stomach and abdomen, the navel region, become aware of the chest, the breathing in and out through the lungs. Become aware of your back, right shoulder, right arm, left shoulder, left arm. Take a deep breath in. Gently breathe out. Become aware of the neck and the throat area. The face, your forehead, ears, the back of your head. Become aware of the whole body. Another deep breath in and gently breathe out. This body is a divine gift. Love your body dearly. Another deep breath in and gently breathe out. Taking your own time. Whenever you feel complete, may slowly and gradually open your eyes.
Feeling really nice, Didi. We'll come to the questions.
Yeah.
So Harshita Rao is asking, before vaccination, what nutrition should we give for an anemic patient? The RBC count is too less.
See, you don't look at vaccination or before vaccination. Anemia is something that invites disease. So nourishment needs to be given in all forms because blood is the one that carries nourishment to different parts of our body. So I would suggest give the person something very easy to digest, lots of juices which have vegetables and fruits separate, vegetable smoothies separate, and of course something that is rich in iron. So maybe your cooking should come from iron containers, lots of green leafy vegetables, And for iron absorption, it is very important to mix it with vitamin C. So in some form, whether you're making green leafy vegetables, maybe squeeze some lemon to it or some amla. Gooseberry is excellent, one of the best sources of vitamin C and very high. So you can cook with it also and it doesn't lose it. So it's one of those good things. Jaggery, so making nut laddus with gond and jaggery, these are some things you can give the person to nourish properly and get the hemoglobin up. Hydrate very well before you go. That's very important.
Next question we have from Rishabh Sharma. He's asking, what diet should I follow after recovering from COVID as I'm going to work and I feel some weakness in my legs?
Okay, this is quite common. So the most important thing you have to see is how do I decrease my digestive load and increase my energy. So one of the best things is to increase your fruit content and probably take a small dabba of dry fruits. You don't need to soak them. Just take dry fruits, not the nuts. Don't mix the nuts and the dry fruits together. Take the dry fruits, put them in, start chewing, and you will find that your energy will go up in a couple of days.
I think
And for your
probably
muscles, leg muscles, make sure you're eating some green leafy vegetables.
I think probably a lot of people confuse nuts and dry fruits. When we say, dry fruits, people think of badam and
No,
cashews.
no, no. They are nuts. They digest differently. When I say fruit, I mean only fruit. A grape becomes a raisin, right? A fresh fig becomes a dry fig. A fresh peach becomes a dry peach. This is what I'm talking about. Fruits, the fruits, not the nuts.
Someone has, Virendra Khare is asking, what should the diet for sugar and BP patients be who are recovering from COVID, especially for body weakness correctness?
Vegetable juices work wonderful. Make sure that something easy to digest like green leafy vegetables. You can add some coconut, which also is very nourishing. You can add tender coconut to your diet as well. These are some good things to also help you with the comorbidities that you have, as well as help you recover faster. Good quality fat. Don't go for refined oils and those kind of a thing. So better option would be nuts. Coconut works great. Any other nut is also fine. And make easy on your digestion. Go for moong dal, which is green gram dal. You can use preparations from that. Nuts in different forms. You need not soak, you need not process, eat them raw. And you will find that your energy also goes up without raising your blood sugar levels and other things. So eating fresh fruits, that also is a good idea. You can avoid the dry fruits which are more concentrated, but fresh fruits with the skin and the seeds are great. So if you're eating apple, you can steam it and have it. A pear, you can steam it and have it. You can also have the guavas with the seeds, the pomegranates, the papayas. All these will also be good to have. Should
I
not
think
be
you already
avoided.
addressed the next question. Sanjeev Kumar Gupta ji was asking, can diabetic and BP persons eat sweet fruits?
Yes, they
And
can.
there's also a question: is it okay for diabetic and BP persons to take a COVID vaccine?
That you can check with your doctor because of your condition and your medications that you're on. You can check with your doctor and they will guide you as to when and how and what you need to do. Uh, fruits, no, what was the other part? I'm sorry.
It was can diabetic and BP people have sweet fruits?
Sweet fruits you can have, but balance it. Na? Fruit is not going to raise your blood sugar levels. Please understand, fruit is rich in something known as fructose. It is glucose that increases your blood sugar levels. So when patients come to me, we pull them out of their medication very successfully by energizing them and giving them all kinds of fruits. But we take them step by step and go, so that we bring down their insulin levels, we bring down their medications in a very successful way. So if you're planning to go for something like that, check with a naturopath in your area who will help you with your diet plan and whatever the treatments you need to do, and help you bring down your medication successfully. It is very much possible.
Neha Jain
Not
is
that
asking.
label. No more diabetes, no more hypertension. Very easy to remove.
Yeah, I think most of the diseases that are there in the world today are lifestyle. I think purely
Yeah,
lifestyle.
yes, very much. Stress and tension adds to it, or rather, starts it, kickstarts.
Yeah. And, the next question is from Neha Jain. She's asking, is vaccine necessary, or we can avoid taking the vaccine and still be safe? Since vaccine efficacy is not 100% in India, it rather varies between 60 to 85%.
That I think is a very personal choice. So totally, it is not mandatory in our country. So I leave that totally up to you. If you are able to maintain yourself properly, your body is clean and healthy. Like we talked about, what are the pointers for being healthy? If you feel that I can manage very well, I can take care of myself when the symptoms come. I don't need to suppress it. You are very alert and aware of the changes in your body, and you take good care of it. It's totally your choice. It's not something that we can dictate. But whatever the government is saying, it's up to you totally.
Next, we have a question from Sahi Bhalekar. He's asking, does COVID virus create permanent disorder in the body? Because weakness is felt after COVID. Is that because of the virus or because of the inactivity for so many days? And what natural diet will recover our body fast to full energy without supplements?
We talked about diet in detail just some time back. Please understand that when your body has gone through such a trauma, you need to give it the time and space to rejuvenate. It's not like a switch on of a button and the light goes on, and switch it off and the light goes off. A lot of things have changed. There has been damage from both the sides. The germs also have died. Your body cells, good cells, have also died. There needs a lot of nourishment and time for rest and rejuvenate. Take this example. Suppose you are remodeling your kitchen. There is a lot of breakage going on. There's cement and there is dust in the air and everything. In such a kitchen, will you go and cook? Will you cook? What would you do? You would come up with other plans, right? You cook somewhere else, or you guys buy food, or you go to somebody's house and order some. I don't know, whatever the solution may be. You cannot cook in your kitchen. Why? Because that room is not up to it. It's the same thing in your body. If my body is very tired, do I need to put the added stress of digestion? I need to look at that. Can my body handle all that? That is when I need to butter my toast and eat my avocado, and I need to eat so much nuts, and calcium is good for me, so I need to drink my glass of milk. What am I doing to my body? It's a dustbin. I need to look at what is easy for me. How do I conserve my energy? And the best way to conserve your energy is to consume things which are pre-digested. Foods are a great way of energizing yourself without the added work, because they're already pre-digested. I'm not talking about fruit juice. Please eat the whole fruit. Even if you eat a mango, eat it with the skin, and your blood sugars will not go up. At the same time, you're getting full. Look at the glow of your skin once you have your mango with the skin, and see. There's so many antioxidants in the body. You don't need supplements. Where do you think supplements are made from? They come from your food. Your body is intelligent. It says, I give me the real thing. Why should I eat the pills? This is what your body is doing. So eat a variety, a rainbow of colors. Look at the food that you have in front of you. My dal is yellow, my sabji is either greenish or yellowish, or it's a root vegetable most of the time, like potatoes and tomatoes. And look at the rice. This is what we eat. There's not much variety in colors, right? So if I eat a rainbow, if I include a big bowl of salad with my meal, what will happen? My digestion becomes easier. I eat a little less because the raw keeps me a little full. Most important is start chewing well. Most of the people don't chew their food well. And when you chew your food very well, automatically digestion is much easier. 50% digestion over here only. That is what we want. So keep it simple. Eat multiple times. Every time you're hungry, pick up a fruit and eat. Keep it that way. Morning, make sure that I'm going to only energize my body. Begin your day with fruits. And if you need to eat your breakfast, keep it light. Keep it very light. 50% is filled with vegetables, and the other 50% can be something else. But keep it light. So if you have a big bowl of fruit in the morning, automatically your cooked food becomes very small. And we have this tendency to feed and eat every 2-3 hours. No, it's okay to starve. Pick up that appetite. And when that appetite comes up, you will not get disease. That agni, that jataragni is so important to protect. It's okay. That is what you need to do. And don't douse that hunger by drinking water. You're hungry, eat something. Okay, I'm not able to go to my lunch desk immediately, or I have something. Pick up a nut, one nut, or a couple of nuts, or maybe one dry fruit. Put it in your mouth. Chew on it. By the time it's time, you can go and have your meal. So it's easy that way. Nourish yourself. Take the time, rest, deep breathe, meditate, sit in the sun. These things will help you rejuvenate much faster.
And Didi, you talked about the salad. I also get this question from so many people. How can we add so much salad? My vata is always imbalanced, so I'm not supposed to eat raw foods.
I'm not going to say that, I label a person vata, pitta, kapha. That is Ayurveda. If you look at naturopathy involves a lot of dry, raw foods. Okay. How long you want to protect the vata in your body? Vata means movement. It has to release. If you don't want to release, then aches and pains will continue to come. Why don't you give it a shot and see? You need to have it. It is easy on your digestion. Have multiple meals whenever you're hungry, not because there is a time to eat. You definitely have your cooked meal, but please make sure you finish your raw before you finish your have your cooked meal. You will find a big difference. Start slowly. Start making this adaptation. I'm not saying immediately from tomorrow I'm going to do this. No. Start. Take the first step. I'm going to have a big bowl of fruit before I have a breakfast. 1.5 hours later, I'll have my breakfast. The quantity of cooked comes down slightly. I'm not saying don't have. Cooked food is also interesting. You can't eat potatoes without cooking them. Cook. But finish your meal, your raw before you start the thing. It does help.
And I think it becomes kind of addictive also after some time. Like, I remember you had put me on the diet, I think 2015 back when after my surgery. And I think now it's become such a part of my life that if I don't have a salad, like if more than half my meal is not veggies, I go out somewhere and I'm like, what am I eating?
The craving, you will find the cravings drop.
Yeah.
Your skin begins to glow. You can know if a person is healthy or not by just looking at the glow on the skin. The radiation that comes out from the skin, the eyes, the hair, the luster.
And I think you feel very light. That's another
You
thing that
feel
happens.
light and yet you feel energetic and full, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
And
If
I
you
think
look at
the body
all
starts
go ahead.
the body starts becoming very healthy, like from within. Like I can immediately notice the difference now. Like if we ate outside and I've not had my share of veggies, I understand that my system is not feeling that happy. It's not a feeling of pain or anything. It's just that because you start feeling so good in your body that you immediately pick up that, oh, Now it doesn't feel very good.
Yeah, correct. And
Uh,
one important thing I'd like to add is salt. Salt will make you tired. When do you add salt in your cooking? Finish your cooking completely. Switch off the gas and then add the salt. And you will find that it is much better. You use much less then on, and it also keeps the nourishment in your food better. Instead of adding the salt before only or khana gumao and make your cooking. No, no, no. It does tire you out also. Don't do that.
New thing I learned today. I
Okay.
didn't. Rashmi is asking what to eat exactly for smooth bowels. In fact, we had a lot of questions on gut health, and especially Rashmi is saying that post COVID, many are suffering from piles, how to deal with that. And
Ha, ha. So understand that hydration is important. And when I say hydration, I don't mean drinking tons and tons of water. If you drink more of water, it's going to you're going to pee more often. It's going to affect your your kidneys have to work very hard. So how do I hydrate myself? First one is you should see if I'm generating enough saliva in my mouth. That is a good indication to say I'm well hydrated. If you're having problems generating saliva, it's not good. More important after that is pick up on juicy fruits like melons. Now it's summer. Pick up fruits like watermelon, muskmelon, cantaloupes, papayas, pineapples. All these are some fruits which can really hydrate you. So these are something that you need to chew on. In naturopathy, we have a saying, eat your liquids, drink your solids. So when I say eat your liquids, put it in your mouth and give it a good swish, swish, swish till it completely mixes well with saliva and then swallow. Then you will find that they are very easily absorbed by the cells in your stomach and other parts of your body. You are hydrated well and bowel movement becomes easier. Don't strain. Don't strain. Then eat fruits which are good in fiber. Like you can always have an apple. Apple is little hard to digest. Steam the apple as is. Just cut it, steam it, scoop it up and eat it. It makes good. Dry fruits you can soak, run it through the mixie, have spoonfuls of them. They make an excellent source of energy and also lubricate your intestine. What is the kind of food oils that you need to use in your food? Always cold pressed oils, natural ones, not the rice bran cold pressed or something like that. Go for the natural oils like groundnuts or sesame, mustard. Mustard is heating in this time of the year, so better to go with something cooling. Ghee. These are things with which you can lubricate your food. It's not going to make you fat. It's going to lubricate your food and help nourishment go to different part. So your intestines are also nourished. Include a lot of nuts in your diet. Gond also makes a good lubricant as well as cools your system, which is essential. Stress makes you constipated. So make sure that you're doing your breathing, pranayama and exercises. There are many yoga asanas that you can do to avoid piles. And even if you're suffering from one, it helps you recover. I think you will be one of those best persons to guide them on that aspect, right? So these things really help you. And it's not that you need to stuff yourself with fiber and everything. Just make your fibers the soluble version and the insoluble one. I'm asking you to increase the insoluble one. Like even if I cook my lady finger, that also becomes, part of it becomes a soluble fiber, rest will become an insoluble fiber, right? So that many things, fruits, the pectin from apple, if I steam my apple or a pear and have it, these all add on. Bananas which are soft, excellent. It helps you. Hmm. Yeah.
there's a few people, many people actually had this question that they are feeling anxiety This is even pre-COVID as well. If they don't have, one was that question, and the second one was after COVID, you're feeling feverish now and then. How and yeah, this was a question from Prasad Raoji. He said, "How to overcome sinusitis after COVID?" And I feel feverish now and then after COVID. What do I do for that?
Okay. So first one is anxiety. Please do the Art of Living Sudarshan Kriya program. It works wonderful. I'm taking 2 courses this week, one starting tomorrow morning and the other one starting on Friday. It's a 4-day program for 2.5 hours. That's it. It works wonders on anxiety, panic attacks, stress levels, multiple approaches. So join me and we'll go through the beautiful journey of getting rid of anxiety, stress, tension, and panic attacks. It has worked wonders for many of my patients and for many people. There's a lot of research also on it. So come join me on that and we'll take care of you. Okay, and what was the next thing?
The
Next
second
question.
one was how to overcome sinusitis after COVID. We got a couple of other questions also where people said that they were getting, after COVID, they were getting very frequent colds, even once that they tested negative. How do they take care of it?
Wonderful question. I'll tell you. Our first line is germs enter our nose. And the first defense mechanism that is there for us is our sinus. What the mucus that is produced is essential to trap the germs. That is why it is formed. So don't go into nebulizing and removing the mucus and suppressing the runny nose and things like that. No. So it's very nice. You can do the Bhastrika Pranayam to help clear your sinuses. Make sure that you add natural compounds in your body like raw onions. When you cut your raw onion, how do you feel? It starts tearing, no? It naturally cleanses your sinus. So cutting your raw onions on your own just before a meal and consume it. Chew on it and have it. They should be raw, not the cooked one. Then it's lost. So cut your onions yourself and eat. Then change your salt. You go for a sinda namak, a pink salt, and reduce the quantity of salt in your food. And you will find that your sinus works better. Okay, mucus formation starts coming down. Then Bhastrika Pranayam, I said. So support, and you can also do the Jal Neti. The Jal Neti, when you do also, it takes care of the sinuses very well. So at yourself that you are getting mucus, because that is the first line of defense, and you can say, yes, my immune system is working very good. It's not allowing it to go in, right? Then support yourself by increasing your intake of fruits. Very important, increase intake of your fruits and you will find the mucus clears much faster.
Nice, Didi. I'm also learning so many new things today. Vivek has asked for post-COVID recovery. He gets pain and heaviness in the chest. What is the naturopathic recommendation?
It's quite possible that people get. Best is to keep a bag full of tap water or cold water, not ice, cold water in the area of pain. So what happens? The circulation in that area increases. So you cover yourself with a blanket after that, put the bag on the chest, cover yourself with a towel or a wet towel is also fine, which is like nicely wrung up, and tie yourself and then cover yourself with a blanket and rest. It does take little time, but it definitely works. Hydrotherapy.
Lakshmi Shri is asking, can we eat raw veggies in the COVID situation? Because there's a lot of, this regarding who touches the veggies when they come in.
Nothing happens to your vegetables. The vegetables are out in nature. They have their own defense mechanism. There's nobody to sanitize them. So there is no need. There is absolutely no need to sanitize your vegetables. Okay, you might be more wondering about what is covering it. Get rid of those things. Keep your vegetables out in the open for 1 hour or so. Clean your greens, pack them up, and keep. Nothing will happen.
Okay. Praswati is asking, ma'am, after steroids, how do we work to bring back our immunity?
First thing is steroids are like alarm bells in your body which are running OT over time. So first thing you need to do is focus on breathing, Sudarshan Kriya, meditation, yoga, pranayam to bring down that stress level. Once the stress level starts coming down, you will find that you don't need to do anything. The parasympathetic system has automatically taken over. And when the automatic parasympathetic system goes up, digestion, love, rest, creativity automatically starts taking over. And your immune system is up. So manage the stress very, very efficiently, super efficiently.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that everyone needs to do.
Yeah. And Sudarshan
Yes.
Kriya works amazingly, I tell you.
Manjuna ji is asking, Doctor, is it okay to take fermented foods such as idlis and dosas?
For what? For energy, for cooked food.
Especially if we're talking in terms of COVID, recovery in terms of COVID for people who are just recovering from COVID.
Again, it's you may think it's easy on digestion, but like I said, it's little bit of pre-cooked. It's a little easier on digestion, but actually you're adding more stress to the body if you add more cook. Eat your idli and dosa. I won't stop you, but please add your raw vegetables with it. And you will find that it is much easier.
Abhishek
Yeah, that's
Bharadwaj is asking any specific recommendations for post COVID liver supporting diet if the person has non alcohol fatty liver?
you need to change your diet and lifestyle completely, and you will find that your liver is getting better. There are a lot of herbs that do support, and there are treatments which you can do, non-invasive techniques that you can do. So do get connected to your naturopathy doctor, and you can reverse this process very much.
And we'll take, I think, one last question. We still have many, but we've, I think, already quite overshot our time limit.
Okay.
Uh, I just wanted people to get the maximum today. Karthik is asking, ma'am, what are the positive energy food items which we can equip in daily foods?
Anything that is raw is positive. Anything that is cooked to death has lost all its prana. So eat fresh. And if you eat cooked food, make sure you're eating food which is lot of prana in your meal, in the same meal. That is important. Don't eat any stale and stored food, highly processed food. These you don't need to eat. So you should feel a different right away. Anything that comes from nature, anything that doesn't have an advertisement, all these are good high prana foods, positive, that you can add to your diet.
I think most of it we've covered. There is still quite a lot left. I think for today, you've answered quite a lot of them as well
Okay.
while answering other questions. Thank you, Didi, for coming, and thank you for this amazing, amazing
Thank
session.
you so much.
So much. And I think it's a good idea for everyone to even move about, even if you're just in your house. We're doing online yoga classes as well. FitNCalm's online yoga shala is running, so you can leave in a comment or send us an email on fitandcalm@gmail.com. If you want, many of them asked for an appointment with Dr. Surya in the comments. So if you want to consult, you can also send an email to fitandcalm@gmail.com. We'll put it in the comments also. So we'll arrange, we'll check her schedule and arrange something for you. And
Also join me for the Sudarshan Kriya course
yes,
starting
yes. Didi, you
and
can
the
give us
wellness.
details of the wellness and the Sudarshan Kriya program. So we'll
Yeah.
put it in the description. So anyone who's interested can directly go over there and register for the programs. And for the COVID programs as well, we'll leave the link for these three programs.
Yeah.
And next week, we'll be doing another webinar. So, our next week's webinar is going to be on Marma Yoga that can help you prevent and help you recover faster from COVID 19. So, Marma points are basically the seat of prana or vital energy. And so, we are going to have an expert on Marma and the things that you can just do at home, with using simple asanas that you can activate on your own. So we'll be following a sequence that you can do for COVID. So do share it around with others as well. And thank you so much for joining us. If you liked, do leave a comment. Let us know how it was for you today. And if you've not subscribed to our channel yet, do that. You can check out, we have many yoga videos here. If you want to just practice from home, we do send out calendars, monthly calendars as well for yoga practice from home. And for this yoga day, we are also doing a special 7-day series on prana and pranayama, which will help you a lot, especially for COVID. So thank you for joining in, and may you stay fit and calm. We'll see you
Thank
next week.
you. Bye bye.